visualize token, visualize line, visualize word, visualize car, visualize nothing, drowse. That was a quick demo of the draft cursorless scope visualizer, which is currently sitting on our PR branch, and I think works pretty nicely for those use cases. Basically, it's a way to see what the scopes are in any given document that you're working on. It live updates, visualize token, bring line blue bat, drowse. So as the document changes, it visualizes any new scopes that appear. Nope. Drowse. And I think in this form it's actually quite useful for all of the scopes that I demonstrated. Now, I was careful to only demonstrate scopes that span less than one entire line, or they don't stretch onto a new line. And that's because that's where it breaks down, unfortunately. So as you can see, visualize block, drowse. Things get a bit weird because, like, well, this is one block, but it's got lines all through the middle of it, which makes it look like it's separate scopes, like with line. In fact, it doesn't look that different from line. Visualize line, drowse. I mean, really the only difference is that the content, like, you know, with lines only keep the non-white space content, which actually is probably something you may or may not have known. Scopes give you that information. This visualizer tells you that, right? But as you can see here, it's functioning, I think, as you would hope. It's like, oh yeah, these are different. But with block, it makes it look like they're separate scopes, which is not what we want. So today we're going to be focusing on changing that behavior so that, so let's look at block again. Visualize block, drowse. What I'd like is basically, there's a line on the left of the first line, a line at the end of the last line, right? Because I don't think you want lines like a border here. You don't want a border here because it's a continuation, right? So we want to make it clear that that's actually a continuation of the same scope. You only want one at the end and the beginning. And then even more importantly, I think, you know, you want this line at the top of the first line. You want a line at the bottom of the last line. But in between, that's not quite what you want, right? In fact, I think what you want is, so for the most part, in the middle lines, you don't want any borders at all. But I think there's some interesting corner cases. Mode text, paste that, drowse. So here's a couple corner cases I have. So for example, in this case, well, this is the first line. So, you know, you want here, but unlike here, like, you know, in this case, the first line, you don't want any bottom border line, but in this case you kind of do, right? Because, like, although it's not possible for this to happen for block, because, you know, anything on this line is part of the block, for a different scope that may not be the case. And in that case, if something appeared here that was the start of a new scope, you kind of do want this line here to indicate, look, these are not part of the same scope. And so what we're going to be working on is a modification so that it looks at the lines of the scope and individually picks their border, whether or not they have a border, based on the lines below or above them. And again, the reason we have to do this is just, I think it's just kind of an accident of the way VS Code implements their highlighting, right? It's just basically sitting in effectively as a web browser, right? It's just Electron. And I guess the way that Monaco, which is like their code representation, works, it seems to these are just like separate divs or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, long story short, it doesn't behave like we want it to. So let's fix that. Pop sesh. Drowse. Okay, so here's the code that implements it. One other thing, issue, is you'll notice I have these weird kind of like this and this. We may or may not get to actually doing this properly today, but I'll show you what happens if we don't have this, where we basically we just do the same like different decorations. We're alternating. You can see here this mod 2 thing, and like, why? Well, I'll show you. Chuck block blue each. Chuck access fine, Drowse. By the way, that new access modifier, that new access scope is only available on experimental branch right now. Hoping to get that merged in soon, but it basically is like, if you have a chain of foo.bar, whatever, you can delete one of the dot whatevers, which is something we've been wanting for ages. And with the new cursorless scopes was, I wouldn't say easy to implement because it's they're strange in the parse tree, the way it works, but was doable, which is cool. So let's see what happens if we just do things this way, right? So basically that means that all of them get the same decoration type, right? So in VS Code, you create these decoration types and you say like, okay, what's the border, etc. So if there's weird behavior happens where if you have two adjacent decorations of the same type, they get merged. Disk, debug restart, mini brick, paste second, nope, show clip, visualize token, Drowse. So you only see it for adjacent tokens, and look, right? That's wrong, because these are separate tokens. So it's like blatantly misleading here, right? Like this is actually paint, right? Like, so this is wrong. And so the hack to fix it is there's a VS Code issue open for this, but I think it requires some fairly major restructuring on their end. So the hack is to basically just make sure that you never have two adjacent decorations of the same type. So we're gonna have to do some weird stuff to make that work once things get more complex. So let's ignore that for now. And by the way, one other cool thing I wanted to show off is this scope visualizer actually has kind of nice behavior with nested, like hierarchical scopes, right? Visualize nothing, mode Python, Drowse. So right, these are Python functions. You can see this is a function containing a function. So when I say visualize func, Drowse. Oh, right, that breaks down when you don't have the, because this one gets merged with this one. So let's put the hack back. Pop sesh. Nope. Disk, debug restart, many brick. Copy file. Paste that. Nope. Show clip. Visualize func, Drowse. Okay, when you have the hack in place, you can see, because this is actually partially transparent, the background color and the border. So when they get stacked like this, it gets brighter if you have multiple levels, which I think is really cool characteristic. So you can actually visualize these nested scopes. But once again, these lines are really annoying. They shouldn't be there, right? Like there should be no lines between internal things of the scope. Anyways, I thought that was kind of a cool characteristic. Fine. Let's go ahead and try to figure out how to handle these things. Pop sesh. Drowse. Okay, so I did a little bit of work on it already, so I'm just going to let's just pull that up as a draft. Git log. Drowse. Okay, yeah, I did it as part of this. So I actually started coding on it as a demo for some voice commands for this talk I gave, which hopefully will be released soon. It was recorded. It was a non-technical talk. It was kind of fun to give. So I was like, I turned these voice commands. I read them like they were poetry. So anyways, I started on it for that. And here is, so let's see what that looks like. Git draft this back one. Zen mode. Drowse. Okay, cool. By the way, that git draft blah is this new command I have in my whole git branchless setup, which I'll hopefully record a video about soon. But it basically just does a soft or a mixed reset of one commit onto another, so that basically you take like the content of one and you are on a different commit. And so when I said draft it back one, I basically took that commit, took its contents, and just placed them as a draft on the one before it. So you can see, now we can see what's been changed. And so basically what I've done is I've written this function that that just handles each of these ranges. Let's ignore line ranges for right now. I think we're gonna. It's a thing where you can do like an entire like all the way across. You've probably seen those when you say chuck line. You see the whole entire line flashes like a laser or something. Let's not worry about those for now. We're gonna do token ranges. Okay, so we have this thing called handle token range, and whenever you get a range, we are going to use this to figure out what to do with the range. Right? It's going to be a multi-line range. Okay, and so I think it's good. I think what we're going to want to do. I thought about this a bit. I think what we want to do is do a switch statement on the number of lines in the range. Okay, because if there's only one line in the range, then it's, well, as we discussed, things actually work pretty well in that case. We just draw a border all the way around it and we move on. And then if there's like more than, I guess, 5 lines, then you have this like middle section where there's nothing interesting going on, right? You basically just have a range from like the start of the middle section to the end of the middle section, which is just like no borders. And it's only interesting if you have 2 lines, things are kind of interesting because you need to draw a top line on the second line if it ends before the top line starts, etc. So let's I think let's do a switch statement on the number of lines. This code, I'm not even sure we want this code anymore with the line ranges. We might, but for now, let's just do this switch statement. Poor pit, clap. Snipcon line count. Drowse. Yeah, I guess we could do this line ranges.length. I guess this is fine. Maybe we'll just use this. Okay, fine. Yes. Pour clap, snip switch, bring look, next. Yes, next. Drowse. Okay, yeah, so I think I'm okay. Maybe let's just directly set the decorations for now. But because of that weird thing about needing to have our ranges not touch each other if they're the same exact decoration, I think we're gonna need some. We're gonna want some abstraction. In addition, for testability, I think we're gonna want an abstraction. Maybe let's build that abstraction right now. So what we want to do is we're just going to call like set decorations. We'll have like a decorator and we'll say like decorator.set decorations. And then we're just going to say, I think we just need to say what borders it has. Yeah, okay. I think it'll just be a map from like top, left, bottom, right to Booleans. Probably. I think that's the simplest. So make self point word decorator point camel set decorations round curly clap. Drowse. Okay, maybe let's start with the range. Post play repper. Drink entry ears lacer. Bring ears gust south. Word top stack void make true patch drip. Yes clap. Yes disc. Drowse. Thanks Copilot. Okay, cool. So I think that's fine for if it's one line. And so let's make this decorator type. So pre-class. Take look, clone line, spike this, word decorator, clear type, proud decorator. Scrape. Make a sign, make new, bring drum round. quick fix bolt drum, drowse, flay, flay disk, snip class after this, nope, drowse. I was hoping that would go after the class. Might need to tweak my insertion scope type for class. Snip class after class, bring bolt drum next, center class, quick fix blue near, clap, drowse. I love that TypeScript feature. Being able to automatically generate functions is awesome. And then we can extract this to an alias. Quick fix type red. Quick fix type red 1. Choose 4. Nope. Scrape. Nope. Quick fix type red 1. Choose 5. Drowse. I prefer interfaces. I don't know why I picked the other one. Proud borders. Clap. Disk. Clear red 1 word borders. Clear red kick word range. Disk. Drowse. Okay, fine. And then let's maybe move some of this trickery into. Let's get rid of the line decorations for now. I don't think we're going to support those. We should just make these not even be generalized ranges, honestly. But for now, let's just, I guess, handle those separately. Fine. Okay. So, but we want here is, yeah, so we have set ranges, we have an editor. Okay. So I think we need, yeah, I think we want to handle this per editor. So let's, okay, so let's drill we have the editor here. Right, fine. So we need to put the editor here. Bring blue each before entry blue kick. Bring argue blue each before this. Disk. Carve 2 states ears each. Disk. Paste. Drowse. So I think we need like a step at the end where it's going to like do, I think, the final computations or whatever, because it needs to like figure out adjacency and stuff like that. So let's pour func. Camel draw decorations round. Nope. Snip func draw decorations. Next, paste that. Drowse. Okay, fine. So we need to store these decorations, and I think we want to keep like an internal map of these things. So let's. I have this kind of map which we use. It's like because in JavaScript, annoyingly, you can't map from, like in Python you can just map from like a tuple to like, or a frozen set or a frozen dict or all sorts of stuff like that. You can use those as keys. That's not easily done in JavaScript. So I made a class that does that. If I can only remember what it's called. I know where I used it, so let's look that up. List doc decoration. Scratcher. List doc hat token. South twice, many right, scrape cross. Falling yellow look. Bottom class. Falling cross cap. Bar explore. Drowse. Okay, it's not a default map. Another thing, like default dict doesn't exist in JavaScript, but that's not that one. It's like somewhere around here. Aha, composite key map. That's what it is. Falling blue York. Drowse. Yeah, okay. So you basically can have a key which is a composite, right? Because in here we want to map from like top, bottom, left, right, or whatever, right? That's our composite key. We basically, yeah, the key is going to map to a list of things. Okay, fine. So I think we just map to the values of this thing. Cool. Great. So, drink yellow cap. Camel decoration types, stack void, bring cap. Drain tug. Clear last word, then stack. Imports fix, tail, diamond. Yes, spam. Yes. Clap. Yes. Clap. Yes. Zen mode. Disk. Drowse. Thanks, Copilot. All right, so I think this is right. And so now we just basically say, annoyingly, we kind of want something that is both a composite key map and a default dict or whatever default map at the same time. Cross. List doc default. Choose 3. Nope. Choose 3. Drowse. Yeah, we kind of want it to do both, right? Because like if it's not in there, we want to create the new decoration. Annoyingly. So is there a way to have it do both? Like I guess pop last. Pop next. Pop last. Drowse. Well, I mean, we've shown Copilot these two classes enough times. Maybe it can write it. So let's doc clone. Push, tug 3 times, proud default, clap. Pop last. Pop next. Post second word blue York, proud default. Clear core blue pit. Chuck comment made. Chuck leading block blue plex. Drowse. It's not bad. I would kind of want... It's interesting it just JSON.stringifies it. Like, maybe that's just fine. It's probably fine for now. Okay. Yes. Disk. Drowse. Like, it has no set or any of that other stuff, but I'm not sure if we need that because I think we're just always going to get. So, all right, let's go for it. Bring blue York to play. Bring blue York to 2 views play cap. Cross. Chuck core curving leper imports fix. Imports fix. Quick fix bolt cap. Scrape. Cross. Bar explore. Poor file. Nope. Take blue bat, clone line, scratch jest. Disk cross, imports fix, Zen mode. Disk Oliver. Tab close. Void. Void. Disk Oliver. Flay. Disk Oliver. Tug twice. Drowse. Okay, I think this is gonna be fine for now, but we are gonna need to work on that weird thing where, like, if it's adjacent, you need a different one. That's kind of the unfortunate thing. So maybe instead of immediately storing it into this map, we should just have like arrange borders. We should just have like a list of current decorations, maybe. Comment 2 lines backward. Drink star cap, puff line. Make private camel decorated ranges. Stack void. Square. Bring vest, spam. Square. Bring type red vest, spam. Bring red bat. Yes. Square. Disk. Post blue racker, square. Disk. Drowse. It's kind of an ugly type. Should probably use like interfaces instead of lists. Because that's it's kind of hard to read. So yeah, maybe let's make some types for that. Snip face after bolt bat. Hammer decorated range. Next, word range. Stack void. Bring entry bolt vest. Clap. Word borders. Stack void. Bring bolt bat. Spike yellow near. Pour type that. Snip face. Hammer editor. Proud editor, bring curving near. Next, word editor, stack void, bring play vest, clap. Yes. Disk. Spike bolt air disk. Bring star air to type play gust. Post that square. Disk. Drowse. Okay, that's a bit cleaner. So decorated range has the range and then like the borders. We should probably just call that like style. But I don't know. It's fine for now. Okay, and so then what we're gonna do is just store these, I think, right? So we're gonna say clear core box harp. Pilot jest. Drowse. Just trying to figure out what Copilot is trying to do here. It looks like it might be mostly correct. Say if editor decorated range, editor decorated range, stop push, range borders. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we'll take it. Yes. Drowse. Except we don't want to draw decorations yet. Chuck line. Disk. Drowse. It's feeling a bit effortful. All of this like find and checking, like I almost feel like instead we should like yield from here, you know? Rather than doing an imperative set. So that then we can just do a set with like a list at the end, you know? So maybe let's do that instead. We would basically just yield token range in this. I think that's kind of nicer. Yeah. So let's say chuck type vest, pre-star harp, make yield. Chuck until ears kick, lacer. Word range, stack void, pre-read lacer, word borders, stack void. Clear box, repper, racer. Round wrap curly, pre-bolt kick, snow. Disk. Drowse. Okay. And then, because then I think we can basically just, yeah, I think we can just flat map these and then do like a final set on that, right? So, so yeah, let's pour star kick, word decorator, point. Pick 2. Scratch. Jest. Choose 2. Next. Clear 2 argues. Proud array point word from. Yes. Tug. Bring star kick to core point. Scratch. Round wrap core pre that word flat. Proud map. Chuck last word. Cross. List doc packages. Scratcher. List doc package. Drowse. Okay, so yeah, there's I think a utility that's not imported in this package that we need to pick up. So I think let's see. Yeah, I have this like iter tools thing. Scout all iter. Scratcher. Ink trap each risk word tools. Drowse. As you can see, I love the type system in TypeScript, but there's lots of Python niceties that I complain about not having, like default dicts, mapping from tuples, iter tools, standard library in Python wins, type system in TypeScript wins. So, Scratcher. Scratch. Point JSON. Drowse. Okay, yeah, so I guess I can just do an install. Copy ink, term show. Git status. Drowse. Okay, so let's restart the TypeScript server so it picks up the new package. TypeScript restart. Zen mode. Post play trap jest. Drowse. All right, this is looking better. Flat map. Cool. Post curving kick. Chain map. Snip lambda token range. Make self point. Bring bolt kick. Round. Bring red each. Spam. Bring play kick. Disk. Drowse. All right, what do I have? Too many parens here? Not enough parens? Not enough parens. Tail repper. Disk. Drowse. Cool. Yeah, I love auto formatters because it's how I know whether I'm syntactically valid. If it's not valid, it does not auto format. If it does, yeah. So can't live without them. Okay, fine. So what happened? Expected 3 arguments, got 2, but I think that's fine because we need to update that. So really what's going to come in here is basically a list of editor decoration ranges, right? Yeah. Or no, it's just going to, it's basically just going to be an editor and decorated ranges. So, bring line red gust to 2 argues ears gust. Chuck last card that disk. Clear core blue trap. Drowse. Yeah, I think. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is right. It does make it feel like we should really have this thing be like a map. So maybe let's just do that. Clear type blue ink, proud map. Diamond. Word string, spam. Repper, tug. Scratch, racer, tug. Drill twice, wrangle, tug. Drowse. The left and right angles and parens and brackets still get me to this day. I wish I had a better set of names for those. Okay, so we're going to map from an editor ID, that's what that string is, to a list of decorated ranges. Bring type bolt drum, clear value. Make new proud map round. Disk. Break red racer, pilot jest. Yes. Drowse. It really wants to draw those decorations. I'm not going to forget, Copilot, okay? We don't want to do it after each, or I don't know, do we? Like, now that it's all coming in at once, maybe we do want to draw the decorations? Fine, you know what? I'm going to draw the decorations, if it'll make you happy. Let's draw them. Disk. Drowse. Okay, so now I think we're basically going to... yeah, we're just going to draw, we're going to draw the decorations, right? So we want to iterate through the entries in the map. Clear core box each, pilot jest. Pilot jest. Bring cross. Drowse. All right, whoa. I'm not sure about all that. Is this really what we want? Array dot from this dot decorated ranges dot entries. That's okay. Dot map. I don't know why it needs to do the array dot from thing, but maybe that's necessary. Dot map editor ID decorated ranges. Oh right, because it's going to find the editor. Yep. Okay. Dot filter. Okay. Maybe you have to do that. Maybe I shouldn't use IDs. Okay, but that's fine. And then for each editor, decorated ranges. Yeah, we don't need to do the partition thing, but okay, this is not bad. Yes. Drowse. Oh yeah. See, this is not right. No, this is not right at all. Okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so these text editor implementables are, I'm pretty sure, guaranteed to be unique / stable. So let's just map from them. Nope. Bring box plex to spun. Pilot jest. Chuck 2 clicks red point. Pilot jest. Drowse. Okay. What? It's kind of weird. Interesting. Yeah, but we don't want to clear the decorations, so that's odd. Okay. This code's a little weird. I gotta be honest. Bring 2 alphas star harp. Nope. Yes. Nope. Make self point bring trap point word entries. Yes. Drowse. I see. That's why they do the array.map thing. Right. Okay. Round wrap 3 access is blue trap. Pre that proud array point word from. Yes. Poor. Paste that. Nope. Show clip. Drowse. Okay, so we have our decorated ranges. Yeah, so we want to, right. I see, yeah, we kind of want to group by the type. Right, and then I guess when we have the group by, then we basically can create the stack of things that have the same decoration that are touching each other. Yeah, okay, so let's do clear past cross each. Word group. Drowse. Yeah, there's group by and Lodash, and I made my own group by, and I had a reason, but I can't remember anymore why I had my own. And then it looks like ItterTools has a group by as well. List of elements to group. Functions to map element to group key, and then a map from keys to list of elements mapped to given key. It seems nice. Why do they have one? Corresponding value of each key is an array of the elements responsible to generate the key. I don't understand why I had to write our own. So let's just use theirs. Yes. It's great. Bring play drum next. Yes. Drowse. But that's not quite right, because I would assume it's using equality. These are not going to be equal. So yeah, I mean, I think probably what we want is we want to, yeah, again, this is another thing which is annoying in JavaScript, right? Like in Python, I would just map it to a tuple or a frozen dict or something. Here, I basically want to, I guess, map it to something like group with, which clear last word red gust, just drowse, because they have this like with thing for unique. They have like unique by, which maps to something that determines uniqueness, and unique with, which like tells you how to compare two things, but they don't seem to have that here. Okay, so we'll do group by, and then I guess we just need to map to yeah, I guess we can do the same thing that we did with the map. Proud by. Scrape. Clear 2 alphas, red cap. Nope. Round wrap 2 alphas, bolt drum. Pre that. Camel get borders key. Quick fix this. Yes. Clap. Tab close. Coder. Quick fix this. Clap. Clear cross kick word string. Dedent funk. Spike this. Nope. Push. Post line blue cap. Racer repper. Disc. Clear core red near. Center funk. Spike funk. Drowse. I mean, I guess that'll do. It's a bit weird. It's cute, but like, really doesn't seem necessary to have something that's so readable like that. But fine. Yes. Disc. Drowse. It's like impossible to read too. Weird. Okay, we'll leave that for now. I mean, I think it's fine. Okay, so right, so this group by gives us so we have for each decoration we have like the ranges that are decorated with that. So I think that's nice. Post apple red gust. Oh, right, because it's a dictionary. Oh god, I'm an idiot. Okay, I need to use I need to use object.values. Right, dictionary is basically just a record. It's just like an object. I need object.entries. Okay, cool. Clear line, funk entries, bring blue pit. Tail, chain map, snip lambda square. Word borders, spam. Bring blue air. Clear pair, then big curly. Yes. Disc. Drowse, and then we can handle the adjacency thing later. But for now, I think this is just fine. So yeah, and then we can just use this composite map here. Comment 2 lines, box risk. Imports fix. Disc. Post blue ears leper. Yes. Clap. Yes, clap. Racer. Yes. Racer. Disk. Copy line ears ink. Copy to states ears ink. Paste to state blue ink. Clear 4 clicks ears harp make return. Disk. Copy core play York. Pour state red ink, make self point, make a sign. Post point, bring blue air, tail. Bring value star whale, tug, bring play York, chug value blue air, disk. Copy funk. Paste before funk bolt drum. Disk. Clear core red cap, make self point, bring star near, make a sign, bring value bolt near, chuck value source disk. Clear value bolt look, camel get border style round, bring cross risk. Quick fix play gust. Scrape. Drowse. Okay, well, it should be willing to generate that, but I mean, this Copilot's definitely going to generate this one with no problem. Take last word, cross York, clone funk, proud style, chuck last car second word, clear value blue near, pilot jest. Yes. Disk. Pilot jest. Nope. Big square. Yes. Clap. Yes, clap. Yes. Post racker point. Pilot jest. Word join round. Quad void. Disk. Drowse. I think that's right. I don't know why Copilot didn't get that immediately. Okay. So instead of get border type, I think we just want to do like bring blue ink before box risk, clear ears gust. Bring blue ink before box risk, clear tail access ears gust. Yes. Bring play risk. Rubber. Disk. Drowse. Oh, right, because the groups are... I see. Yeah, that's annoying. I wonder if that's why I made a new group by. Yeah, the annoying thing is the groups are the post mapping key. Oh, which I guess kind of makes sense. But we don't have a way to go back the other direction. So we'll just grab the first one, I guess. Bring ears trap to red oats. Post that, then square num. Yes. Scratched. Disc. Clear play risk. Score. Disc. Drowse. Okay. If we do a group by, we're always going to have at least one in there, so I think that's fine. Okay. I think Chuck last car spun. Disc. Chuck type near. Disc. Zen mode. Drowse. All right. So I think basically we are kind of back where we started, but ready to move forward, right? Because we're basically just only handling the case of one now. But the cool thing is now we should be able to handle more sophisticated things. Yeah, I think Chuck line ears gust. Spike line ears cap. Disc. Drowse. Okay. I'm not sure we need to sort those. But let's see what happens. Shall we? Debug restart, many brick. Mode text. Visualize token. Drowse. Okay, cool. So we managed to get back where we started. So that is something, I guess. And then we don't yet properly handle adjacencies. And we really don't handle multi-lines any differently than we already did. But that was kind of a battle. So maybe let's save that for another video / offline. So thanks so much for watching. Pop sesh. Drowse. Thanks so much for watching, and happy coding. Record stop.